What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to The Good, The Bad and The Stupid. It's Thursday the 17th of December. The best podcast you've not yet heard if you've not been here before. It's the best podcast you have heard if you have been here before. And none of you have watched the videos, or nobody's watched the videos, so it's also the best videos that nobody's ever seen, apart from me. I've said it before, you've got to be a number one fan. I'm the only one who's watched them. And I've got to tell you, the guy who's in it is absolutely... He's probably the best, most entertaining and charismatic person on camera that I've seen. And I tell you what, he don't half look like me, sounds like me, and he's very, very intelligent and very, very witty. Right, that's enough about that guy. What is important about today, or what is an important fact? I'm going to give you a little important... I've lost my train of thought now. Bigging myself up. I'm not used to doing that. So anyway, it's the Pope's birthday is the point I'm getting to. It's the Pope's birthday today. So happy birthday, Mr. Pope. He's 84. I couldn't really care less. I thought it was an interesting fact. That's what I was going to say. And because it's coming up to Christmas, it might encourage some of you, or might make you think. Remember years ago, I don't think they sell them anymore. Do I remember soap on a rope? The old soaps. Soap on a rope, that used to be a staple Christmas present of the old guard. If it wasn't Brute or talcum powder, some kind of perfume smelling talc, or Brute, or some shit aftershave. Anyway, the cheap shit aftershave, the one that kills flies as they fly past your head. The flies just fucking hit the deck. Yeah, that kind. But they used to sell soap on a rope, and you wear it around your neck. And use or I will hang it off the shower head, and you get the soap, and then lather yourself with that. And then they brought out the Pope on a rope, didn't they? The Pope on a rope. It was a joke version of the soap on a rope, and it was the Pope, a Pope shaped soap, Pope shaped soap. So anyway, maybe that'll encourage you. Now I've just mentioned the Pope. Subliminally going to make you think, oh, why did they end up buying that Pope on the rope? So it's because of that fucking idiot on the podcast. That's what it was. He put the idea in my head. Anyway, and if you're that easily led, then anybody wants to send me some Christmas money and a Christmas card, make sure it's... don't worry about... I was going to say, make sure it's got no COVID-19 on the Christmas card, please. But don't worry, because I'll disinfect it. I'll take all comers... I'll just disinfect them before I open them. Don't worry about me. I've got it covered this end. But thinking about it, as it happens, why have they not banned that? Why has nobody said that? Or have I spoke about this before? I can't remember. But surely that makes sense to say to people, ban Christmas card sending. Do not send any Christmas cards. Clearly, that is an easy way for fucking COVID to spread all over the country. And letters. Why have they not stopped sending letters to anybody? And bills, stop sending bills. Stop sending the fucking bills. I'm 100% behind. Don't send me any bills. But they've not stopped it, have they? And Christmas cards, 100%. Everybody crisscrossing all over the country. Christmas card, Christmas card. We can't come and see you. Here's COVID on a Christmas card instead. Congratulations, Nan. See you later. I tell you, I'm talking fucking complete sense here. Get me on, get the phone. Somebody, I haven't got a secretary, but secretary... Get me the number 10 on Downing Street now on the phone. I need to have a word with Boris. He's telling us all to fucking, visit everybody at Christmas, but stand outside at a grand's house on Christmas Day. I'm not even going to bother going. I mean, there's no point, is there? There's no point to Christmas Day. It's all right if you live in the same town. I don't, but I'd have to travel hours to stand outside fucking people's houses. No, I don't think so. I'd rather fucking... It ain't that much fun as it is for me, so I'm going to give it a miss. I'll wait till I'm going to have Christmas in fucking March. How about that? I know nurses that have to have Christmas in March. They have to fucking work all over Christmas and have pretend Christmas dinner, work Christmas party in the middle of March. What the fucking hell's the point of that? Well, I do know the point now because I'm going to do it. Anyway, there's a snake at the service station. A snake coming out of a bin. Someone's took a photo of a snake crawling out of a bin. It's in Gold Coast, Australia. And it's, what snake is it? A python, I think. Is it python? Yeah, python's coming out of the bin at the service station. Oh shit! Right next to where the pumps are. You know, but you take the pumps to pour your petrol in. the fucking snake's coming out. Imagine if you was to go to grab the petrol pump, all of a sudden you grab a snake around the head and you just shove the snake's head into your petrol cap, and you go, hang on a minute, why ain't the money going up? Why ain't the filler thing changing over? And then you open your hand, and all of a sudden you see you got a snake and he's looking back at you. Next thing you know, he bites your bollocks because that's where, or bites you your lady parts because that's about the level of where the petrol cap is. You're on the same level. Anyway, he looks dangerous. I don't know if he is or not, but that's give somebody a fright. Clearly they live to tell the tale because they took a photo and sold it to the newspaper. Tom Cruise has been ranting. He's been ranting mad. If he's mad, isn't he, Tom Cruise? I kind of like him. And then I think he's weird. I think he's weird because of his Scientology business. He's got to be weird to not realise that it's fucking weird. He's got to be weird not to know that everybody else thinks it's weird. I know he thinks he knows something better than everybody else, but unfortunately on this one, I'm all for people fucking, getting to the truth before anybody else. But on this one, I'm sorry to say, he's more than wrong. And I'm fucking put my fucking house on it. But anyway, he likes. He's been with it for years. He's totally fucking sucked into that world. But he's been ranting and raving on the set, telling people that they're not applying with, going along with the COVID rules properly. So he's blasting them, telling them they better fucking sort their act out, otherwise he's fucking them all off. So, they all thought he was all right. Even they was thinking, yeah, he's all right, isn't he, that Tom? All of a sudden, he's like, he's fucking nuts, that guy. He's fucking nuts. All of a sudden, it's got to be that Scientology. That's what's sending him nuts. But he's entitled to his, to his own little Tom Cruise rant. But I also thought he was quite down to earth, even though he's a nutcase. But he's obviously showing a bit of a divide there between him and the crew members. But I guess everyone's panicking about the COVID thing, aren't they? He's not even talking about catching the virus. He's talking about everyone losing their jobs because if the film gets shut down because of COVID. So I get that. So I'm on a par with it. But I'm not on a par with the Scientology stuff. Sorry. Don't ever come at me with that. Don't ever knock on my door, Scientologists, because I'm just going to be curtain twitching. As far as I'm concerned, you are COVID. You are a disease. You're definitely brainwashers. Don't come knocking at my door. Told you, I'm scared of you. I don't want you around here. Anyway, Only Fools and Horses are doing tributes. There's a company doing Only Fools and Horses tributes, and the estate of the late actor John Sullivan, who wrote Only Fools and Horses, are complaining about it and they want him shut down. Come on, you need to get a middle ground here because they're saying everybody will think that you're part of the estate, and it's not true. But you got to say fucking. The more Only Fools and Horses do, the better, as far as I'm concerned. I'd like to go to one. So unless you're doing them, putting them on, then you've got to you've got to give them a pass. There can't be anything funny than going to a do about Only Fools and Horses. I'm sure it's a right laugh. Everybody dresses up like them. They eat and chat as if they're in the Nag's Head. I tell you what, that's right up my street. That was literally. I watched that all day long when I was a kid. I'm almost a part of the fucking. I could reel it off. I don't need to watch him now. I can literally just reel him off through my brain. I just watch him in my head like the Matrix. So I'd love to go to one of them. So you got to think you would have a little bit of, trying to think what the word is here. But you got to get on with the fans, ain't you? The fans want that, so you're gonna have to either put it on or let everybody, especially these dinners that they do. Oh, I've got to go to one of them. They do a 3-course meal and everybody runs around dressed as the characters in like a 3-course meal banquet. That looks like the right load of fun. So hopefully they give you all a present afterwards, and one of them is going to be. If they're not doing this, it's a good idea for them to give everybody a present, and one of them is going to be. Strike it rich. One of the presents is worth a lot of money. I'll come to that one. And it's my idea, so make sure you give it to me. Wink, wink. Right, last one I'm going to do, or last two I'm going to do. A labourer grabbed by the privates by his boss and asked, "Is it true that what they say about black men?" has won £105,000 racism payout. Now that's not funny. It's funny that I think it's brilliant that he's got paid out £105,000, and you think. They would just not believe it because that's his word against his, isn't it? Have they got him out on that? He felt humiliated and violated. His boss grabbed him by the nuts and said, is it true what they say about black men? And now he can say, yeah, by the way, it is true, and I want £105,000 compensation for what you've just done. You can do it all day long if you're going to pay me that kind of money. Although I'm not black, I'm talking about me here. Although I'm not black, but you can do it to me. As long as I can get £105,000 for it, I'm fucking all for it. So, although it's humiliating and he walked out on his job, I'm quite glad that he's got some money out of it. It's crazy what you can get money for these days. Brilliant. I'm all for easy money. And this one, the last one, I'm gonna do, is a kebab shop. This is childish. A kebab shop. Get the words out. Has gone viral after appearing to hit back at a food critic by saying her house stinks. She basically said that their food was freezing and horrible, and they've came back telling her that her house stinks. That's just kids, isn't it? That's like fucking childish as anything, because how do they know the house stinks? They've just sent the food, and the food got there cold, and that's... Oh, she complained, and she could have just said, I won't leave a nasty comment if you give me my money back. That's a good idea. If they didn't, then you leave the nasty comment, but they just come back and say, well, we just like to tell you that your house stinks, so there. That's just childish, but I kind of like it, because they obviously weren't intelligent enough to come out with anything that really did retort properly, and they just said that. That was the first thing that come to their head. They've never grown up, and, you know, we need people like that in the world, otherwise how am I going to have a laugh on this podcast? Right, I'll leave you there. If you're going to come back, make sure you do, because it's tomorrow, and it's the last one of the week. See you later for now. Bye.